Module number 23, Toxins Beyond Air and Water. Toxins are everywhere. They're in the food we eat, the air we breathe, and the furniture we sit on. It is impossible to rid our world of all toxins, but we can be aware and we can reduce our exposure. It's our job to be proactive. Think about it. Your brain is always on. It takes care of your thoughts and movements, your breathing and heartbeat, your senses. It works hard 24/7, even while you're asleep. This means your brain requires a constant supply of fuel. That fuel comes from the foods you eat, and what's in that fuel makes all the difference. Put simply, what you eat directly affects the structure and function of your brain and ultimately your mood. Unfortunately, just like an expensive car, your brain can be damaged if you ingest anything other than premium fuel. If substances from low premium fuel, such as what we get from processed or refined foods, get to the brain, it has little ability to get rid of them. Diets high in refined sugars, for example, are harmful to the brain. In addition to worsening your body's regulation of insulin, they also promote inflammation and oxidative stress. Multiple studies have found a correlation between a diet high in refined sugars and impaired brain function, and even a worsening of symptoms of mood disorders such as depression. It makes sense. If your brain is deprived of good quality nutrition, or if free radicals or damaging inflammatory cells are circulating within your brain's enclosed space, further contributing to brain tissue injury, consequences are to be expected. What's interesting is that for many years, the medical field did not fully acknowledge the connection between mood and food. Today, fortunately, the burgeoning field of nutritional psychology is finding that there are many consequences and correlations between not only what you eat, how you feel, and how you ultimately behave, but also the kinds of bacteria that live in your gut. Studies have shown that when people take probiotics, their anxiety levels, perception of stress, and mental outlook improve, compared with people who did not take probiotics. Other studies have compared traditional diets like the Mediterranean diet and the Japanese diet to a typical Western diet and have shown that the risk of depression is 25% to 35% lower in those who eat traditional diets. Scientists account for this difference because these diets tend to be high in vegetables, fruits, unprocessed grains, and fish, and other seafood, and also contain only modest amounts of lean meats and dairy. They're also void of processed and refined foods and sugars, which are staples of the Western dietary pattern. In addition, many of these unprocessed foods are fermented and therefore act as natural probiotics. Fermentation uses bacteria and yeast to convert sugar in food to carbon dioxide, alcohol, and lactic acid. It is used to protect food from spoiling and can add a pleasant taste and texture. This may sound implausible to you, but the notion that good bacteria not only influence what your gut digests and absorbs, but also that they affect the degree of inflammation throughout your body, as well as your mood and energy level, is gaining traction among researchers. The results so far have been quite amazing. 50 years ago, the first installment of Silent Spring appeared in the pages of The New Yorker. Rachel Carson's provocative warning about the danger of indiscriminate pesticide use opened gently. Quote, "There was once a town in the heart of America where life seemed to be in harmony with its surroundings. But it quickly built to a sustained, meticulously reported account of the toll that widespread aerial spraying of DDT, dieldrin, aldrin, chlordane, heptachlor, and other synthetic pesticides was taking on birds, raccoons, fish, bees, and even the supposed beneficiaries of the spraying, humans. Silent Spring is often portrayed as a book about saving birds and wildlife. Another important theme is the essential but fragile connection between environmental health and human health. Environmental toxins. Rachel Carson was one of the first people, if not the first, talking about ecological change as a result of human activity and how these changes could circle back and affect human health, says Eric Shivian, the founder and director of the Center for Health and global environment at Harvard Medical School. For example, Carson reported that residues of synthetic pesticides which linger in soil, water, and the body are now stored in a vast majority of human beings. They occur in mother's milk and probably in the tissues of the unborn child. A Time magazine reviewer chided her for this and said, "Other emotional and inaccurate outbursts which would only do harm by alarming the non-technical public." Carson's warning was neither emotional nor inaccurate, and has since been borne out in studies of pesticides and other synthetic compounds. Take PCBs, which were widely used as coolants and lubricants in transformers and electric motors. Although the Environmental Protection Agency banned the use of PCBs in the United States in 1979, we still carry them in our bodies. Precisely how pesticide residues and other pollutants affect human health is still a matter of debate. Your environment. Paint is available in low VOC and no VOC alternatives. That strong and annoying odor of new paint is dangerous. You should stay out of the room until the smell is gone. There are a million choices for window coverings today. The fabrics for your window treatments should be natural, non-synthetic, and be free of formaldehyde and flame retardant. Manufacturers have become more responsible in the materials used to make shades and blinds. The products that are safe will usually be certified. Here is a link that has great information. Check it out for questions that you may have. The symptoms of toxin exposure include headaches, depression, blemished skin, acid reflux, diarrhea or constipation, extra weight, cravings, being tired, trouble sleeping, and inflammation. Internal toxins. Aside from obvious external factors like microwaves, chemicals in clothing, furniture, and cleaning supplies, the foods we eat are not really food, they are fake foods. Processed foods are made with food-like substances. Many of the fruits and vegetables we eat are grown with pesticides and are heavily covered in poison. The foods we purchase unknowingly in the store are genetically modified to look prettier, grow better, and last longer. The medicines our doctors prescribe have long-lasting toxic consequences as well. Some toxins you ingest include sugar, sugar substitutes, gluten, caffeine, dairy, meat, processed foods, soda, nicotine, and e-cigarettes. What potentially dangerous chemicals can be found in your typical home? Potentially dangerous chemicals can be found in every room. If not properly stored or used, these products could cause minor to serious and even life-threatening health problems for you or your children. What are these everyday household chemicals? Let's take a tour of the rooms in your home and discover what some of these chemicals are and what health harms they may cause. Keep in mind that most household cleaning products and pesticides are reasonably safe when used as directed, and that the level of toxicity of a product is dependent on the dose of the product used, never more than the amount listed on the label, and the length of exposure to that product. In the garage, antifreeze or ethylene glycol, the main hazardous ingredient of antifreeze, is extremely poisonous. Though inhalation of the fumes can cause dizziness, swallowing it will cause severe damage to the heart, kidney, and brains. Antifreeze can be fatal if swallowed. Motor oil. Used oil or waste motor oil can be contaminated with magnesium, copper, zinc, and other heavy metals deposited from your vehicle's engine. Oil contains chemicals that can cause nerve and kidney damage and that are suspected of causing cancer. Latex paint. Unless ingested in large quantities, water-soluble latex paint are not highly toxic. However, some latex paints emit formaldehyde while drying. High levels of formaldehyde can give you a headache and irritate your eyes, nose, and throat. Oil-based paint contains organic solvents that can be irritating to eyes and skin and can cause cracking of the skin. Inhaling paint fumes can result in headaches, nausea, dizziness, and fatigue. Most of these symptoms go away once you go into the fresh air, but frequent exposure to these chemicals in the presence of poor air circulation can cause kidney, liver, and blood problems. When painting, keep windows and doors fully open. Place a box fan in the window to direct air and fumes outdoors. Keep the fan on while painting and for 48 hours thereafter. Keep small children away from the room when painting and away from open paint cans. Batteries. Most wet cell batteries in use in today's cars, SUVs, and trucks are sealed, so you cannot be exposed to the battery's content, which includes sulfuric acid and lead. However, when activated, the electrolyte solution in the battery produces explosive gases that can be easily ignited. Batteries that contain sulfuric acid must be so labeled. Sulfuric acid fumes are strongly irritating, and contact can cause burning and charring of the skin or blindness if you get it in your eyes. Lead is poisonous in all forms and accumulates in our body and in the environment. Never break a wet cell battery. If the seal is accidentally broken, keep children and pets away from the area until the acid is cleaned up, and wash your hands after any contact. Windshield washer fluid. Common chemicals in windshield washer fluid are methanol, ethylene glycol, and isopropanol. Collectively, these products can irritate the lining of your nose, mouth, and throat, and can cause damage to the nervous system, liver, kidneys, heart, and brain. Ingestion can result in drowsiness, unconsciousness, and death. In the laundry room, laundry detergents contain enzymes, sometimes called cationic, anionic, or non-ionic on the label, to loosen stains and ground in dirt. Cationic detergents are the most toxic when taken internally. Ingestion can result in nausea, vomiting, shock, convulsions, and coma. Non-ionic detergents are less toxic, but can irritate skin and eyes and make you sensitive to other chemicals. Asthma can develop in a person exposed to large quantities of detergent. Detergents are also responsible for many household poisonings from accidental swallowing. Bleach. Household bleach contains the chemical sodium hypochlorite in differing concentrations, ranging from 0.7% to 5.25. These percentages are the amount of the chemical in the liquid. The rest of the liquid is mostly water. Chlorine bleach liquid and vapors can irritate the skin, eyes, nose, and throat. Dermatitis may result from direct skin contact. Ingestion can cause esophageal injury, stomach irritation, and prolonged nausea and vomiting. Never mix chlorine bleach with any household cleaning product, especially not with ammonia. Doing so can result in different types of poisonous gases being released, which can cause very serious breathing problems. Pet flea and tick treatments. Many of the pet flea and tick treatment products contain pesticides that consist of the chemicals listed here. These chemicals can cause headaches, dizziness, twitching, and nausea. When using these products on your dog or cat, be sure not to pet them for at least 24 hours. If you forget and do pet them, wash your hands and skin immediately with a lot of soap and water. Insecticides contain some of the pesticides found in pet flea and tick treatment. In addition, there are other chemicals that cause headache, dizziness, twitching, and nausea. When using an insecticide in the home, make sure it doesn't get on food or substances that come in contact with food, like dish towels, dishes, silverware, and countertops. All-purpose cleaners. There are numerous all-purpose cleaners on the market. These products usually contain detergents, grease-cutting agents, solvents, and disinfectants. The specific chemicals in these ingredients include those listed here. Depending on the ingredients used, all-purpose cleaners can irritate the skin, eyes, nose, and throat. They can be highly poisonous to both humans and animals if swallowed. Wear rubber gloves when working with cleaners. Also be sure that there is good air circulation in the room. Open several windows or keep a fan running. Never mix two cleaners of different kinds together, especially if they contain ammonia and chlorine bleach. Toxins in the kitchen. Dishwashing detergents. The main ingredient in automatic and hand washing detergents is phosphate. Automatic dishwashing detergents are known to produce skin irritations or burns and may be poisonous if swallowed. Hand dishwashing detergents are milder than automatic dishwashing detergents. If swallowed, they may cause irritation to the mouth and throat, nausea, but they should not be fatal when swallowed. Oven cleaners. The basic ingredient in oven cleaners is lye. It is extremely corrosive and can burn your skin and eyes. It can cause severe tissue damage and may be fatal if swallowed. Always wear an apron, gloves, and safety goggles when working with oven cleaner. Don't breathe the fumes. Make sure the work area is well ventilated. And the best tip is non-toxic oven cleaners without lye are available. Look at the label. Antibacterial cleaners usually contain water, a fragrance, a surfactant, and a pesticide. The pesticides commonly used in antibacterial are irritants to your eyes and burn your skin and throat. To help protect your skin when using these types of cleaners, wear latex dishwashing gloves. If you get any of the cleaner on your skin or in your eyes, wash it off immediately. Window and glass cleaner contain ammonia and isopropanol. These are irritating to the eyes, skin, nose, and throat, and if swallowed, may cause drowsiness, unconsciousness, or death. Always wear gloves and use these products in a well-ventilated area. Bait traps for insects. The insecticides commonly found in insect baits contain the following list. Since most insect baits are enclosed in containers, it's unlikely that you'll come in contact with the pesticides. If you do, wash your hands with plenty of soap and water. Toxins in the bathroom. Toilet bowl cleaners contain sodium hypochlorite and hydrochloric acid or bleach. Most disinfectant cleaners are very irritating to eyes and skin and will burn your throat. Never mix a toilet bowl cleaner with any other household or cleaning product. Make sure that your bathroom has plenty of ventilation. Leave the door open and use the exhaust fan if you have one. Wear latex gloves and protect your skin. And if you splash some on your skin, wash it off immediately. Mold and mildew removers contain chlorine and alkyl ammonium chlorides, which are common fungicides, and these can cause breathing problems if swallowed and can burn your throat. Drain cleaners contain lye and sulfuric acid used to unclog drains. Lye can cause burns to skin and eyes, and if swallowed, can damage the esophagus and stomach. Sulfuric acid can irritate the skin and eyes and can damage the kidneys, liver, and digestive tract. These chemicals produce dangerous fumes, can cause skin burns, and can cause blindness if they come in contact with your eyes. Drain cleaners can be fatal if swallowed. Toxins in the living room. Rug, carpet, and upholstery cleaners. These cleaning products contain the same chemical used in dry cleaning, as well as naphthalene and ammonium hydroxide. The fumes given off by these products can cause cancer and liver damage, and have been known to cause dizziness, sleepiness, nausea, loss of appetite, and disorientation. Use these products in well-ventilated areas and try not to breathe the fumes. Furniture cleaners for wood may contain petroleum distillates and oil of cedar. Furniture polish typically contains one or more of the following substances listed here. These chemicals may irritate your skin, eyes, throat, lungs, and windpipe. If swallowed, furniture polish can cause nausea and vomiting, and medical help should be sought. Air fresheners can contain a number of toxic chemicals that are thought to cause cancer and brain damage. There are also strong irritants to eyes, skin, and throat. These ingredients are also highly flammable. Additionally, solid fresheners usually cause death if eaten by people or pets. Don't spray air fresheners around an open flame. Use them only in well-ventilated areas. Baking soda, which is not toxic, can be used as a nice alternative to air freshener. Household foggers. Like insecticide and pet flea and tick products, household foggers, or bug bombs, contain many of the same pesticide chemicals. Exposure to these could cause burning in your eyes or skin and can result in breathing problems. The contents of foggers can be flammable. Proper use of foggers requires that all windows and doors to the specific room or house be closed. Therefore, all people and pets need to be out of the house, even if the specific room being bombed is closed off. The gas emitted from these foggers will seep under doors and through air vents. Toys, food, plates, cups, silverware, and cookware should not be left out anywhere. After the fogger is finished, clean all table and countertops before using them. The house or room should also be aired out. Turn on your air conditioner and open the windows, and use fans to help air out the house. Toxins in the bedroom. Did you know that our mattresses have more chemicals in them than a barrel of crude oil? Most mattresses are made of petrochemical derivatives and glue. To add insult to injury, many have added fire retardant chemicals, toxic dyes, and sometimes even pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. 1. Your mattress should be made of natural material like cotton, wool, or organic materials. Then you need to be sure that the wool was sheared from sheep who were untreated. 2. Make sure the mattress and pad have no synthetic materials like foams, glues, or chemicals, no moth-proofing or fire retardant. 3. The frame should be built without toxic glues, particle board, chemical stains, or paint. 4. It's important that your mattress does not support mold and mildew and can absorb and release moisture. 5. Use a tightly woven organic cotton barrier cloth that does not allow dust mites. 6. Launder bedding with unscented, non-chlorinated soap. Mothballs. The pesticides in mothballs are chemicals that, breathing the fumes, may cause headaches and dizziness and may irritate the skin, eyes, and throat. Extended exposure to the vapors may result in cataract formation and liver damage. In the backyard. Swimming pool chloride tablets. Disinfectants containing chlorine for use in swimming pools are the chemicals calcium and sodium hypochlorite. These chemicals are the same, but in a higher concentration than those found in other household disinfectant cleaners because they will be diluted in a very large amount of water. Coming in contact with these concentrated chemicals before they are diluted causes breathing problems and a burning sensation to eyes and skin. If swallowed, the chemicals can burn the throat and could be fatal. Algicides for the pool commonly include alkyl ammonium chlorides. These chemicals can cause breathing problems, and if swallowed, they can burn the throat. Insect repellents, again, pesticides and DEET may cause a burning sensation to eyes, skin, and throat. The chemicals also may cause anxiety, behavioral changes, mental confusion, and loss of coordination. If the label of your bug repellent says that you can apply it to the skin or clothes, apply it only to your clothes. It will work just as well. Keep repellents away from the eyes and mouth and away from cuts on the skin. Don't spray repellent on your face. When you come indoors, take a bath or wash off the chemicals and launder your clothes. Weed killers. The common pesticides and weed killers are diquat, 2,4-D, and glyphosate. Some weed killers can irritate the eyes and skin. Some of these chemicals can be very harmful if swallowed or inhaled, and if a large amount get on the skin and are not immediately washed off. Baits for rodent control. The pesticide commonly found in baits is warfarin, and this chemical causes internal bleeding if ingested in large amounts. When replacing carpeting, be sure to look for natural fibers. If you already have carpeting that is a few years old, the chemicals have probably already off-gassed. Carpet is associated with more and more health problems. Toxic chemicals are in the fiber, bonding material or glue, dyes, backing glues, fire retardants, fungicides, antimicrobial, antistatic, and stain-resistant treatments. These are all great advances we have been sold on for all these years to offer us better use, and they're all toxic. There are wallpapers now that are being manufactured responsibly. Mainstream wallpapers like York wall coverings have collections that are beautiful and safe. Vinyl wallpaper outgasses toxic fumes. The glues used to adhere wallpaper can be a problem, and water can be trapped behind wallpaper and cause mold. There are many wall treatments available today that are safe and green. One such wall covering takes a mixture of natural fibers and minerals in a high-density composite that is troweled on the wall and provides acoustic benefits as well as safe ambiance. Here are some further reading resources for you.